Obviously disappointed. Give credit to Jay and his group. We got out-coached, we got outplayed. It was that simple. They came with a great game plan, executed it, and had us off balance all night, both sides of the ball. We dropped balls, we had penalties, we made mistakes, and we played really right into their plan. And I thought they did a great job. They earned it, every bit of it. And they're celebrating downstairs, and they deserve to. I told our guys all week this was very possible. Had a tremendous amount of respect for the team that was coming in, what they were capable of, what this game could look like. I've been in it. I've been on both sides of it as a player and as a coach. And all week long talked about we're going to have to play our best. Respect the opponent, respect the process, respect the opportunity, and play your best. And we did not. So falls on me as a head coach. I got to get them ready, and we weren't. And it shows on the field. And Weaver did a great job. They deserve to celebrate. So we got to learn from it, be critical in the open week, find where we can get better, because right now we're not a very good football team. We're searching for ourselves. We're searching for consistency. We're searching for leadership. You name it. In every phase of the game, it's we have not played a good football game yet, and it shows. We're fortunate to have one win under our belt because we could have easily lost week one. We're just struggling to find our team. And hopefully that's something we can do over the course of next week. So, it's a non-conference game, and I'm hoping we can figure out who we are and have some guys step up before we start conference play, start playing like the team I think that we are capable of. But we're going to have to make some adjustments in a lot of areas this week to get that done. So, questions?
What do you say to your starting quarterback after a game like this, where you get the reaction from the crowd that you did? How do you sort of
Well, I don't know if people are going to want to hear this, but that's the same quarterback that won a Mountain West Conference championship last year, the first one ever at this university. That's coming off a knee injury in less than 9 months. And he's not the only person making mistakes. So it's real easy to sit in the stands and boo. And I want nothing better than Cooper Lagasse to have a great career here when his time has come. But he had opportunity to win that job in the offseason, and he did not. And he's a great number 2, and he's going to be a really good number 1. But right now, Logan Bonner's a starting quarterback. He deserves that opportunity, and he also deserves respect. And I don't know how to say that any nicer. A lot of our fan base showed true colors today, and it was embarrassing. They can be mad at me, and hey, we didn't get it done. We didn't win. But there's plenty of blame on that sideline to go around, not just one guy. And he did help us win the conference title last year, and it ain't been that long ago. I wish people would remember that. Pull for him, not against him. Cooper's going to get his opportunity. He's going to be a great football player, and I love him to death. But I'm not going to be swayed by people in the crowd. We're going to pull tighter together on the sideline, as a matter of fact, because apparently that's what we got.
So I think the last 2 weeks you guys are like 5 of 32 on third downs.
Yeah,
Is that just a factor of getting behind the sticks? Like what's kind of?
I think a little bit of both. Well, last week a lot of people get behind the downs against Alabama. We really couldn't protect against those guys. They were just better than us up front. This week I thought we were on the line of scrimmage, and they played man coverage, which I talked all week they were going to do. And they played physical man coverage, grab, pull, and we struggled to get open. And we got a call or two along the way, but they let them play. They played better in one-on-one situations than we did. They threw and caught in one-on-one situations. We did not. They just outperformed us. It's that simple. So it's going to reflect when you play an aggressive style defense like that. That's going to blitz and play man coverage. You've got to protect. It's going to take your back. It's going to take your O-line. And then you've got to win in one-on-one situations. And we did not do that well enough. And I don't think we ran the ball very well early. And we got some yards late, but we didn't run the ball very well. And that did put us behind the chains a lot for the day.
Outside of one quarter against UConn, your offense has just struggled.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can point to that's why? I know you guys haven't been able to do your hurry up offense.
Well, you can't play tempo if you don't have success on first down on early downs. I mean, if it's 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10, there is no tempo. It's a waste of time. You got to get first downs and transition. Lack of consistency, turnovers, not being able to run the ball effectively at times against a fairly light box. That was a problem tonight. Not being able to win in man coverage, that was a problem tonight. Last week, it was all the above. we ran the ball well against UConn. It wasn't pretty, but it was at least efficient. And the last 2 weeks, we haven't been able to do that at all. And tonight that was something we desperately needed to be able to do and couldn't. I mean, I think there's a million things that we got to work on. We're not a very good football team right now. We're floundering, and guys got to step in. And from head coach down, we all got to get better.
Coach, Weber State was a very physical team tonight, and I thought they ran the ball really well on offense.
Yeah.
How big of a deal was it to not have Holly out there, and then what did you see from just that opposite side that they were able to be so successful in stretches?
Well, it obviously hurts not to have Holly. We lost Kessie early as well, and so your interior guys are down. But I just think, honestly, Weber just manhandled us up front on both sides. They had a great plan. They bottled things up, bounced it. A couple times they hit it straight downhill. They stayed ahead of the chains most of the night. We obviously created a couple turnovers, but that was the bulk of it. When we had to get a stop coming out of halftime, we still let them go back down and make it a 3-score game. And I'm not sure that where it all lies, but there's plenty of things we got to fix.
So with the run game, you bring in some new guys on the interior offensive line. Is that kind of playing into?
Yeah, I think a little bit of everything. We've got 2 new bodies in there that they're still kind of getting their legs underneath them. That's a challenge. From there, who knows where it's coming from, what the issues are. We're without Quasi, we're without Mick at the 2 guard spots, and a lot of snaps under those guys' belt. But I don't know. We'll have to really watch tape. This week we're going to dissect everything we're doing and just try to make sure we can find some answers.
Coach Anderson, how different of a feel is it in that halftime locker if you punch it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
end zone and take the lead?
Yeah, you get a guy open, the ball gets tipped, it's picked off. Yeah, I think you don't feel great, but you feel like, all right, we played bad, we survived the storm, let's go out and have a great second half. But I think emotionally, yeah, halftime was tough. Getting down there, getting close, having a chance to go ahead, and not making it happen.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it there, but 3 in the red zone, what went wrong there, and how do you go about fixing it?
Same things we talked about earlier. Couldn't run the ball effectively and stay ahead of the chains. Couldn't run the ball in the end zone. Couldn't separate and win in man coverage. Those things that's how they played us. Their game plan compared to our system and our plan, they out executed us. If you're gonna play against a team that's gonna play that kind of aggressive style, then you've got to win in one-on-one situations, and we just didn't do it effectively. Struggled to protect them at times, and we couldn't run the ball enough to get them out of it. We didn't run the ball well enough to get them out of it. We didn't hurt them enough out in space to get them out of that mentality. They played it from the beginning of the game to the end, and they were more successful at what they were doing than we were at going against it. So it was one of those nights you couldn't get any rhythm going. Every time you get rhythm going, something bad would happen.
Coach, how important is this bye week to kind of right the ship?
Well, it comes at a good time. We got to find who we are. The kids will tell you, man, every single day this week, I prepared them for this coming up. And we've been talking about finding consistency, and we just don't have any yet. And we're kind of our own worst enemy. And we all got to self-reflect. I have the same conversation in the locker room with them. I love them. I hurt for them. I didn't want to be in this situation. Been here before. And I've seen teams respond in the right way, galvanize, pull together, and start winning games and start really doing the little things that get you over the hump. I've had a team been in this game and lost this game and went on to win a conference title. I've had teams in this type of game and didn't go the way they want that fracture and just fall further apart. So this is a adversity hits. You're gonna find out exactly who you are. We found out some of our fans tonight. We're gonna find out about our staff. We're gonna find out about our players. I mean, this is not where anybody wanted to be. Now we're gonna find out what we're made of. True character shows when things get bad, and so lean on the dudes around you, lean on your Christ and Savior above, and go to work, man. That's all we can do.
Is this start to the season surprising for you, or could you have seen this, maybe not exactly this way playing out?
I mean, again, you played the team we played last week. I thought we played a ugly game against UConn and found a way to win. I knew we had a lot of new players playing. I thought there might be some getting to know each other early. I think we got 20, 21 guys that played their first snaps for us against UConn, so you knew there might be some growing pains. I thought we'd be a better football team by week 3 than we are. but this is where we're at. This is where we're at. We lost some really, really good players. We lost some phenomenal leaders. We're struggling to get consistent play, and we're struggling to get leadership. And until we find those two things, we're going to be frustrated. So we got to get to work. That's really all we can do. Anything else? Appreciate it.